Hello, my name is Tom Bancroft. I am the CEO of Pencilish Animation Studios. I'm also an animator and a character designer. And today I'm going to do some drawovers to kind of push some poses because as one of my jobs is that I'm an art director too on these projects. So I'd like to work with our development people and I'm going to bring you in on that process. So this is a drawing for our new show called Juju Brain. And it's about Juju, this preteen girl, and it's all about her anxiety and not knowing kind of what to do next, and that sort of angsty kind of time of life that she's living in and growing up in. And she's really a tomboy. She really isn't about looks and all that. And so we're trying to get not only one kind of a unique kind of style to the show, but also to Juju herself. You know, like what makes her different. And then her best friend is Chris. And these drawings are actually not by me. They're by Maddie Williams, one of our Pencilish development artists. And she actually has done a bunch. I've shown on the other two videos a bunch of hers. These are all by the same artist, so very different styles. This is the one I'm gonna go over right now. I really like this Chris a lot. And so I'll probably, I may redesign this just a tad, the poses and things. Definitely the design I'll probably play with. I want to try and simplify it a little bit more. And so I'm going to bring down the opacity so that I can not be distracted by her drawing quite as much, but just see the general shapes and kind of the involvement. Obviously in her drawing here in color, it's about them just being weird and kind of playing with sock puppets, and kind of love that about their relationship. So let's dig into this. Like I said, Chris, I'm really liking where he's going. He's got this sort of barrel chest. He's a thick kind of a guy. And by the way, this is all based on people that are creator of this show, Julie Ordonalov. I say her name different every time. Julie Ordonalov. Okay, anyway. It's her, as Juju is basically her when she was younger. So I'm just going to push some of these shapes. So I love this simplified, but also, you know, kind of really cool barrel shape for his chest and stomach. So he's heavy set. There's no doubt about it, but we're not really playing up like a belly. And I like that too. I'm going to keep him in generally the same position, but his feet and legs are going to be a little bit smaller. I think I want to keep those tiny, and real thick, but with tiny little feet. So it's going to move his arm over just a tad. And we'll make that shape really nice and big too. I might have him kind of lean in just a tad more. So I like this. She has this great straight right here on the back of his head. I don't want to really lose that. And I like this forehead and this bigger, but I'm going to maybe make his head a little bit bigger. Love this nose right here. And then simplify his mouth a little bit too. And I also love the thick eyebrows that he has. So I'm going to bring up the opacity just a tad so I don't get too lost. So I feel like I'm kind of narrowing on Chris, on his design. I don't feel like I'm doing that yet on Juju. I'm trying to make this kind of a bigger shape here on the back. Again, I keep drawing it like popcorn. Kind of a medium shape, a larger shape, and a smaller shape in general. He's going to have sort of a straight here and a curve here. But I love this sort of rounded forehead here. And then this shape can kind of come out of it. Just a dot there for his nostrils. Again, I'm going to keep this nice and straight and then round out this. This is the fun part right here. I'm going to draw this here, but I'll reduce this mouth. I have a really thick brush that I'm using right now, so I'll draw this a little bit bigger. But I want his bottom lip to be even bigger than his top lip. So I'll even trim that back just a tad. Oops. Hold on. Okay, so I was just saying I'm gonna make his mouth a little bit smaller, just a little too big. Oops, I did it the wrong. There we go. I like it a little bit lower too. Okay, and just a little bit more of a smile too. All right, well that'll do for now. I'll probably have his arm come out from a little bit lower. Can't kind of see his ear here. So hopefully you're, another thing I keep saying is that, with character design, especially for TV, you really want to get, very kind of simple but also clear shapes, so they can be replicated but also they can be made clear at a distance. So I'm just going maybe a little smaller with the sock puppet. I'm not sure. Definitely thicker arms. So try to get that belly. This would be his knee here. So I'm not going to see a lot of his feet here, so I'm just going to really kind of round. Okay, so I kind of like that. Let's see. It's a pretty big difference. I don't know, his head might be a little big. Let's just try it a little smaller. There we go. Just keep that for now. And let's go on to Juju. Giving him just a little bit of fat back here, that little roll on the back of his neck. So yeah, I kind of make a mess, as you can see. I'm just sort of refining and blocking in, but getting thicker and thicker with my shapes and my lines. I think I like that. Okay, so let's put a pin on that. And then for her, let's go really different. I'm trying to think, and I haven't figured her out yet, but let's lock in her hand at least. We'll know that that's probably going to be right about here. Okay, so that's the easier part. And by the way, I probably won't draw the jacket on. I want to see a little bit more of the form. She's not going to wear that jacket all the time anyway, and he's dressed for summer, so it doesn't make as much sense to have her in a jacket anyway. So I really want to get, and I'm going to move her head back. I'm going to have her head tilted back. I'm going to change this pose, but I really want to get sort of this maybe this light bulb kind of a shape. Really weird kind of a shape. I like that her eyes are big, and maybe that's too big, but I'm gonna try bigger eyes. And then I like that her nose, like on this one here, is kind of high. So let's keep that. Maybe a little stuck up. So I don't know if I'm gonna love this or not, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I don't like the nose stuck up now. So let's do like a swoop nose like this. Do big pupils. His pupils should probably be bigger too. We'll probably have to reduce her face a little bit. But I like it. So she should be kind of talking. Let's maybe have her talking out of the side of her mouth a little bit. So she's, trying to pretend to be this sock puppet. Let's go a little bit broader than that. And now let's reduce this. I'm already kind of feeling like this is too big within that shape. There we go. I'm liking it better. Let's see. Again, the light bulb shape goes down into this neck. And let's keep her body, nice and thin, kind of tube-like. She's the thinner, kind of wiry one to contrast him. I like eyelashes. I kind of want to have those on there. I don't think we need to see her ears. So we've been doing kind of shorter hair. I might maybe leave, and I like to have room for eyebrows up here. So again, I'm gonna take this and reduce it a little bit more and bring it down a little bit more too. So it's more lower on her forehead. I want to get more forehead, so it's lower on her chin. So let's see. Again, I got, the acting in animation, it all happens with the eyes and the mouth and then the eyebrows too. So if you don't really leave room for, on your forehead for those eyebrows, you're kind of cheating yourself. Let's go big with your ears. Like that. This, again, that's something Maddie did right here. So let's keep that. And I might try... Hair and clothes are always the hard ones for me because I've never been a female before. And I've never been middle-aged female. Not middle-aged, sorry. Middle school. I like. Okay, so let's get that straight on the forehead here, which is nice. And then maybe let's do something different here. So let's come out of that with a wavy shape. And same here. We'll do a wavy shape over here. And then a little bit of a ponytail sticking out here, but not a pretty one. We'll have it be kind of blunt. Maybe even have a little stray hairs coming off of it. So it's like this is pulled. I guess this needs to be pulled back. So tame down this wavy shape. So the hair may not make a ton of sense at the moment, but I mean, just a couple little, could even do, this might be weird, but good, like little sort of strings over here. It's kind of interesting. So her head is huge. So I'm going to immediately right now reduce it. We'll tilt it just a tad, reduce it, get it a little bit more proportionate to what we had before. There we go. So this one is really being an adventure. So I really don't know what I'm going to do. I want to go small shoulders. I want to do, I'm going to have to tilt this. I can already tell. I want to have really thin arms. I really think that's mostly working. I moved that because I knew that her arms were going to be too long. So we'll have just little tiny arms sticking out of here. And I'll keep her up like this. I was going to change her pose, but I don't want to go through all this. It's getting to be a little much. So her clothing, let's look at one of these other ones. Okay. Something simple. I just want to, this is kind of cool. I like these old 90s or 80s kind of t-shirt. Let's do something like that, but with a little bit longer shorts. Okay. So, we'll do that little tube top, whatever you call that, kind of a basketball shirt. But we'll have underneath it a t-shirt. Here we go. So there's a collar right here. Yeah. And it'll be extra long, of course. So go down here. We'll only see a little bit of shorts. Make them kind of rolled up. And add on this arm. Again, really skinny at the wrist. Let's do more like tube-like arms. I think that'll be fun on her. So constantly changing my mind here. So let's do, oops. So a little bit more like that fun, almost Adventure Time kind of curved arms. Let's still taper, but being real rounded. And I like that. That kind of fun and different. He's pretty rounded over here. And let's see. And maybe we'll do the same thing here with the how her feet, how her legs are working here. More rounded. So it's hard sometimes to find what's going to make this different. What's going to make, and maybe her feet are a little bit, maybe a little bit longer. You know, what are the shapes and how do we keep it clear and all those issues that you really kind of want. I'll put flip-flops on her. This would be her big toe. Actually, just a little bit of negative space right here. Negative space is great because it gives you, you know, a better silhouette. That's where you get your silhouette from. So we'll just have a little piece, and we'll have these stick out. So you can see her heel right here. Whatever, something like that. And now I feel like she needs to be tilted back just a tad. I love Photoshop. I could tweak all day long. So I'm going to tilt her back just a tad, just to make her feel like she's on her knees a little bit more. It's really the whole reason I'm doing that. A little more weight underneath her knees. I might even, now I'm just gonna grab part of her and get that underneath her even a little bit more. Now you're saying too much, Tom, too much. You might be right. Okay. All right, so I kind of like, so you can see big difference, right? Now I'm looking at some of the things she's doing and I really like it, but I want to get characters that are unique and feel like, one, hopefully we haven't seen them before, but also that, have real distinctive shapes and things like that. So let's put that up and we will call it a day on this redraw. Thanks for joining me. This has been a lot of fun. I'm going to throw these over to Maddie and see what she does with them and how she feels about it too. But that's kind of where we're at right now. We're just evolving the characters, trying to find the style, trying to find something unique about these characters so that you guys out there, when we premiere this show, and it's going to be a while because we got to animate it and storyboard it and all those things, but hopefully you'll get excited about it when you start seeing these characters come together and start coming to life. So thank you very much. Please support Pencilish and go to pencilish.com for more information. Thanks.